evening. It's Saturday the 19th of March, it's just past 6 o'clock, and in the news this week, Public Health Dorset have released the latest information on coronavirus statistics, and they are showing that the cases across Dorset are now rising quickly again. The data only includes cases from confirmed PCR tests and reported positive lateral flow tests, and with fewer people now testing, it's likely that the true figures are even worse than what Public Health are telling us. The prevalence in the community is now very high, and there's an increased risk that you may catch COVID-19. The number of COVID-19 patients in hospital across Dorset has also risen from 80 last week to 131 earlier this week. The picture on screen shows the 7-day case rate, people in hospital beds and deaths for the latest periods available. Please bear in mind there can be a time lag with this data, but in summary, the 7-day case rate per 100,000 of population has gone up in Dorset from 860.5 the previous week to 860.5 this week from 425.2 the previous week. And the number of confirmed cases is up to 3,268 from 1,615 the previous week. So that shows a doubling over a 7-day period. And currently, as we say, 131 people in hospital compared to 80 last week. So stay safe. Wear those masks if you're in big groups. If you've got any symptoms, stay at home and use a lateral flow test and do all those sensible things, because we don't want it doubling again for next week. Now, a popular Weymouth Beach cafe has been given planning consent for a larger kiosk. Cafe Oasis at Overcombe Corner say the replacement kiosk with a double hatch will allow the business to allow more streamlined ordering and collection and respond better to increased customer demand for takeaway drinks and snacks. The new kiosk is 6.2 by 3.2 metres and will face towards the beach, and it will be finished in white panels on the west side, having a beach style mural. The existing white painted timber kiosk is 2.1 by 2.75 metres, and that was approved back in 2009. A local planning officer said it's not clear whether this condition was complied with, but it's accepted that the current proposal for determination will be permanent without the requirement to remove. So they're going to let them put it down and keep it. The proposed opening hours at the kiosk will be 8 AM to 7 PM, Fridays, weekends and bank holidays. Fridays, weekends and bank holidays 8 AM to 8 PM, Monday to Friday 8 AM to 7 PM. Getting a bit mixed up this evening, sorry about that. Weymouth Town Council raised no objections to the change when they were consulted by the County Council. So there we go. I know it's a very popular venue, the Oasis Cafe there. Lots of people like to go for a walk and have a coffee or something, breakfast or something there. So I think that's good news. I don't think people were too upset about that. Staying with beaches, a lot of items destined for the European supermarkets have been washed up on the beaches across Dorset. They're being transported by sea by big carrier ships. The items include Lidl's air fresheners and crisps, and they've turned up on beaches from Kimmeridge in the east right across to Charmouth in the west. They're thought to come from containers which fell off the container ship Vec van Eyck, which was travelling through the channel last month when it was hit by a severe storm. Litter Free Dorset, who are trying to help clean up and coordinate the effort to clean it up with the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency, are asking anyone who sees items washed up on the beach to report it. And the way they'd like you to report it is to take a photo and to paste it on their Instagram or Facebook page with the location. So that's Litter Free Dorset. If you're out and about walking on the beaches of Dorset and you find supplies of stuff that looks like it should be in the supermarket, do take a photo, do post it on the Litter Free Dorset website, Facebook site or Instagram site with the location, and help them track down where they are and plan the cleanup. A group that aims to support men who may be struggling with mental health has been set up on Portland. Andy's Man Club has launched a weekly group at the Frontline Cafe and Bar in Lorette Road between Castletown and Osprey Quay. The club has been formed by former rugby league player Andy Gilbert Dunnings. Andy explains that the group is free to attend and it's a talking group for men over 18 where you can talk about anything that's going on in your life with like-minded people who will listen and empathise with you. You don't need to register to join. You can just turn up at any of the events, and they're run on Monday evenings between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. So if you're over 18 and you're a man and you're struggling with things and you just need somebody to talk to, then Andy's Man Club is in the Frontline Cafe and Bar, Lorette Road, between Castletown and Osprey Quay, and it meets on Mondays between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. Dorset County Hospital has had to suspend planned surgery as the hospital is under immense pressure and very high demand for its services currently. The hospital is also facing staffing challenges due to high numbers of staff being off with COVID, other sickness, and of course self-isolation if they've got symptoms. They've made it clear that cancer surgery and emergency care will continue as normal and be unaffected. They're also asking people to only attend the emergency department for serious or life-threatening issues. They're also hoping, however, where possible, to continue with all 8 patient appointments. Now, this is the key thing. Anyone who's going to be affected will be directly contacted by the hospital to tell them. So if you've got an appointment for anything, whether it's 8 patients or for surgery or anything, and you don't hear anything from the hospital, then you are asked to attend at your planned appointment time. Figures released earlier this week revealed that at that stage, the hospital had 32 beds occupied with patients suffering from coronavirus, and that was up from 14 the previous week. So again, that is showing a doubling at Dorset County Hospital, as well as hospitals across the whole of Dorset, as we heard in the first part of our news tonight. Residents, community and voluntary groups and local charities are being encouraged to attend the Weymouth Community Expo on Saturday the 23rd of April at Redlands Community Sports Hub. Weymouth Town Council is hosting the event, which is a twist on the annual town meeting and will showcase Weymouth and what people love about the town and their community. There will be approximately 30 stands where you can find out details about various groups to join and any volunteering opportunities. As well as the exhibition stands, there will be free children's activities along with a prize draw awarded for the best idea put forward naming what you love most about Weymouth. Weymouth Town Council will also be represented at the event, where residents can find out more about the work of the council and ask questions about their services. They'll have details about Tumbletown Community Grow Space, the latest on neighbourhood plans, plus copies of the latest Weymouth 2022 Festival and Events leaflet. Councillor Colin Huckle, who's the Mayor of Weymouth, said this is an open event. Weymouth Community Expo event is a chance for our town and the people who live here to shine. With several stands available highlighting different community and voluntary groups, there will be plenty of opportunities to find out what makes Weymouth tick and how you can play your part in celebrating and shaping a wonderful coastal town. The event is free and it's open to residents to attend. We really would like to see as many local organisations and charities represented at Redlands as possible. So do get in touch today to book your place at the Weymouth Community Expo event. So if you represent an organisation in Weymouth and Portland and you would like a stand at the event, you can email events@weymouthtowncouncil.gov.uk. And you need to get that in by Friday the 8th of April. So that's events@weymouthtowncouncil.gov.uk, and you need to apply by Friday the 8th of April. Now the event itself, which is on the 23rd of April, runs from 12 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. and any resident is invited to drop in, and it's at the Redlands Community Sports Hub. There we go. Now, English Tourism Week kicked off yesterday, and Visit Dorset Council's tourism team are celebrating everything that is wonderful in our county and what our county has to offer. The theme of this year's English Tourism Week is You're Welcome, as you can see on the picture on screen. And the team, along with the tourism and hospitality businesses across Dorset, have been working hard to welcome visitors back after a challenging 2 years for the whole tourism industry. Visit Dorset will be promoting the warm welcome awaiting visitors and the range of unique and good quality experiences that are on offer locally. A new Put a Dorset Spring in Your Step tourism campaign will run until May to inspire visitors and local people to choose Dorset for their spring adventures and extend the tourism season. Visit Dorset has recently launched a fantastic new destinations website which received 2.77 million visits, an all-time annual high for Visit Dorset. And that is there to help support the recovery of tourism in Dorset. Dorset Council's portfolio holder for economic growth, Councillor Tony Ferrari, says, as one of the hardest hit sectors during the COVID pandemic, Dorset Council recognises the vital role that tourism plays in boosting our local economy. English Tourism Week is an opportunity for us all to demonstrate our support to businesses and to promote the wonders of Dorset as a great place to visit. And those of us that live here obviously know what a lovely place Dorset is to live in. Staying with tourism, the Jurassic Coast Trust is organising workshops in Weymouth Town Centre during the Easter holidays that will provide activities for children linked to the Jurassic Coast. The activities will include fossil handling, colouring activities, ammonite making and the chance to meet experts. The workshops will take place between April the 9th and April the 23rd at Cineworld in Weymouth. So we'll mention those again near the time, but that's something to watch out for. Now, Dorset Police are appealing for help. Detectives investigating a reported assault at a Weymouth barbershop are urging any witnesses to the incident to come forward. At around 10 a.m. on Friday the 11th of March, it is reported an altercation took place between a group of men inside Weymouth Barbers in St Mary's Street, opposite Marks and Spencer. During the incident, it's alleged the victim, aged in his 20s, sustained a puncture wound to his chest. He was taken to hospital as a precaution and his injuries are not deemed to be life-threatening. Now, a 21-year-old local man has been arrested on suspicion of grievous bodily harm with intent, and a 35-year-old local man has been arrested on suspicion of grievous bodily harm. Both men are known to the victim and currently remain in custody. If you were a customer in Weymouth Barbers at that time and witnessed anything, or you were going past outside and saw anything happen, then officers would like you to get in touch. And also staying with Dorset Police, officers are investigating another assault in Weymouth and obviously appealing for help with that as well. It was reported that around 3:50 p.m. on Sunday the 6th of March, the victim, a man aged in his 40s, was leaving Boots in St Thomas Street when he saw a man who was known to him sitting on the bench opposite. Words were exchanged and the other man is reported to have approached the victim and swing his arm towards him whilst holding what appeared to be a red Stanley knife in his hand. The man reportedly made light contact with the victim, causing tears to his clothing, but the victim did not suffer any injuries. Police Constable Sam Hill of Weymouth Police said, "We are carrying out a number of inquiries into this incident. I'm appealing to anyone who was in the area at the relevant time and witnessed anything to get in touch." So, to get in touch with Dorset Police on either of those incidents, you can call 101, or you can do it anonymously if you don't wish to be identified via the Crime Stoppers charity on 0800 555 111. Now, something similar, a next of kin appeal, this time from the coroner for Dorset, who is seeking the assistance of the public to find the next of kin of a man who lived in Weymouth. Now, Jonathan Stainer, who was 64 years old, died at his home, address in Broadway Close, on Thursday the 10th of March. That's Jonathan Stainer, aged 64, died at his home address in Broadway Close on the 10th of March. His death is not treated as suspicious and no police investigation is needed into his death. The coroner's office, though, are trying to track down any next of kin. So if you know any next of kin or any family members or anyone else who may know of next of kin or family members, then please do give the coroner's office a call on 01202 123 900. 01202 123 900. They'll be very grateful for your assistance. Excuse me. Now, the communities in Weymouth Whoops, where's my logo go? There we go. The communities in Weymouth are being asked to help shape the design of our neighbourhoods. Weymouth is one of 25 areas in England to have been awarded a share of £3 million worth of government funding to help shape new neighbourhoods. The announcement by the Department of Levelling Up, Housing and Communities was awarded to Weymouth Town Council a sum of £30,000 to develop what's known as a design code. The codes are a collection of planning principles that help shape new communities, such as specifying local building materials or deciding on the layout of streets. From Carlisle to Weymouth, the councils announced as part of the Government Design Code Pathfinder programme will benefit residents who will be able to have their say on the development of new homes, buildings and amenities, such as shops, workspaces in the area, and help to foster a sense of pride in the places they live. So this is if you want to get involved in the design of properties, the use of building materials or the layouts of roads in the local area, and make that sort of design code special for Weymouth. Now, Weymouth Town Councillor David Northam has said, "We are delighted to have been selected to take part in this programme following a rigorous assessment of all the applicants. Weymouth Town Council will be offered support from a panel of experts and £30,000 of funding to produce a design code which sets out how resilient coastal communities can be achieved in practice. This will ensure that our communities benefit from the development of high quality homes in well designed neighbourhoods which are well connected and respond well to the natural environment." Well, there we go. If you're interested in that at all, do email neighbourhood@weymouthtowncouncil.gov.uk. neighbourhood@weymouthtowncouncil.gov.uk if you'd like to get involved in that. Now, the people who get involved don't get involved in making planning decisions, so don't think you're going to be looking at planning applications and turning things down or what have you, but it's about setting that code and setting that sort of framework for the future of what makes our community unique. Now, staying with Weymouth Town Council have been awarded £10,000 by the MOD in a big boost to the town's armed forces celebrations. The Ministry of Defence have given Weymouth Town Council £10,000 to support the council's annual armed forces celebrations, which will be taking place this year from Saturday the 18th to Monday the 20th of June. The event starts on the Saturday morning at 10 a.m. with an impressive military vehicle convoy display on Weymouth Pavilion forecourt, joining a variety of ex-service associations and charity stalls on Weymouth seafront. From 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. there will be a tribute to the forces with a sing-along featuring popular local group the Decadettes. Now, if you've not seen the Decadettes before, they are really, really good. Easy listening, great fun to listen to, great characters, and they do an absolute wonderful job. So it's worth going along just to listen to them. At 3:30 p.m. there will be the military vehicle convoy, and that will parade along the Weymouth seafront. On the Sunday at 11 a.m. an open air service will take place at the Cenotaph on Weymouth seafront, followed by a parade of veterans along the Esplanade and historic military vehicles. Band performances will take place in the afternoon, together with a display of historic vehicles. So there we go. That's wonderful news. It's always a good event in Weymouth, but obviously it will be made easier with that nice funding from the MOD. So thank you to them. And some more good news, and our final bit in our headlines tonight. The Dorset County Show returns in September. Now, the Dorset County Show returns on the 3rd and 4th of September after a 2-year break due to the coronavirus pandemic. The show will be held at its usual location at the Dorchester Showground in Cokers Froome. For more than 180 years, the Dorchester Agricultural Society has arranged the county show and is preparing to welcome another 60,000 visitors this year. Visitors will be able to enjoy a full programme of events and attractions across the 2 days, including the main ring, 500 trade stands and 6,000 exhibits from a variety of sections including livestock, horses, home crafts and horticulture. The Dorset County Show showcases excellence in agriculture and supports local farmers and producers. Many Dorset-based artisans will be trading over the weekend, offering products such as gin, cider, cheese and jewellery. Well, it's worth going to the show just for the gin, cider, cheese. I don't know about the jewellery, but certainly for that, if you're not interested in the animals, isn't it? It is a great show. Having been there many times myself, I do highly recommend it. The show takes place on the first weekend of September, and early bird tickets go on sale this month. And children under the age of 16 enjoy free entry. So it's a great trip for the family, and actually not too expensive if children under 16 are going free. Now, if you want more information in advance, go along to their website at www.dorsetcountyshow.co.uk. Well, there we go. That's the end of our headlines tonight. Now, our first story this week is one from me. There we go. I've actually been doing some preparation, and it's a story from me this week, and it's in relation to history and a favourite programme of mine from TV, which is returned to the screens this weekend, but this time on our computer screens. So here we go. You can learn more now. Some of you will have heard of Time Team. Time Team is a British television programme that originally aired on Channel 4 from 1994 until the 7th of September 2014. Created by television producer Tim Taylor and presented by actor Tony Robinson, each episode featured a team of specialists carrying out an archaeological dig over a period of 3 days, with Tony Robinson explaining the process in lay terms. The specialists changed throughout the programme's run, although it consistently included professional archaeologists such as Mick Aston, Carenza Lewis, Francis Pryor and Phil Harding. The sites excavated ranged in dates from very, very early dates, thousands of years ago, right up until the Second World War. In October 2012, Channel 4 announced that the final series would be broadcast in 2013. Series 20 was screened from January to March 2013, and 9 special programmes were screened between May 2013 and September 2014, when the original Time Team finally finished on air. These programmes really got me interested in history, something I never had an interest in at school, so I was really sad when the programme stopped. However, I was very grateful that many of the old episodes have been kept available online to watch, particularly a few years ago when I was very ill for a number of months, and I was watching these almost 24 hours a day. So in May 2021, I was really pleased when the original producer Tim Taylor announced the return of the series, with 3 episodes to be shown on YouTube. Now, thanks to the overwhelming support of crowdfunding supporters on Patreon, a crowdfunding platform, and I'm pleased to say I'm one of those, Time Team has returned for 2 brand new digs, which were filmed back in September 21. And the first episode was shown last night, and further episodes are shown over this weekend. So the first 3 episodes were last night, the 18th, tonight the 19th, and tomorrow the 20th of March, all at 6 PM on YouTube, and they cover a dig in Cornwall. And then a second series returns to cover a dig in Oxford on the 8th, 9th and 10th of April at 6 o'clock as well. Time Team have also recently released a book, Dig Village, which encourages everyone to discover more about the local history on their own doorsteps. You'll find all the latest Time Team news and a whole host of classic content from the Time Team, from when Time Team first started unearthing the past back in 1994 on their website timeteamdigital.com. You can also visit their shop for a range of official memorabilia, from books and t-shirts and all sorts of other things. To see the new episodes, they're on YouTube. You just need to go to YouTube and search for Time Team Official, and they're all there, bang up to date and free of charge. So to whet your appetite and see what is in store, here is a taster from the Time Team.
Hi.
Hello,
Hi.
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 Hello everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
my name's John Gator.
I'm Helen Geek.
I'm Henry.
I'm Carenza Lewis.
I'm Stuart Ainsworth.
I'm Danny Button.
I'm Derek Pittman.
I'm Naomi Supel.
I'm Lawrence Shaw.
I'm Bridget Gallagher.
I'm Jimmy Adcock.
I'm Matt.
And, you guessed right,
Time Team is back.
Time Team is back. Time Team is back.
Time Team.
Is back.
Yes, Time Team is back.
What is it?
It's really so substantial and so fascinating.
My name's Tim Taylor. I'm the creator and series producer of Time Team.
I'm in charge of the geophysics on Time Team.
I'm one of the Time Team archaeologists.
I'm the surveyor and digital mapping person.
And I'm one of the original members of Time Team.
I'm one of the new members to join Time Team.
And I'm part of the geophys team.
And I'm a metalwork expert, early medieval specialist,
Time Team's landscape archaeologist.
Time Team's resident community archaeologist and find specialist.
Time Team's environmental archaeologist.
I'm one of Time Team's new archaeologists.
And I'm an archaeological conservator.
We've got 2 amazing sites for you. The first is in Cornwall.
This is a fantastic site.
An Iron Age settlement with underground passages.
A series of underground passages.
Known locally as the Fugu.
And the second site's in Oxfordshire.
A huge and enormous Roman villa
on the estate of a Tudor castle.
Get yourself a pint, sit back.
Join me to watch the 3-part episode premieres for each dig.
Exclusively.
Available for free worldwide.
Available for free worldwide
on the Time Team official YouTube channel.
For free.
But shh. Keep it under your hat.
with exclusive previews,
after show live events,
and extra insights on Patreon.
And we can promise you, you are in for a real treat.
It's really been good archaeology.
Just absolutely glorious.
Just watching it unfold was just glorious.
Absolutely stunning.
You don't want to miss this.
What?
Now, where was I?
I've told you before.
That's right. I need a yellow block, a radar case, and some wheels.
Let's get out. Stop following me. No. This is mine. It's rusty. It's not yours.
Cheers.
There we go. If you like history, then Time Team is certainly worth a watch. So it's on YouTube, so if you can't watch it at 6 o'clock, it's actually on while we're on now. You can watch it any time afterwards. And if you do support them and you're interested in supporting them, you can go on to Patreon and make a small donation from as little as £5 a month, which actually helps them keep that programme going. And you get access to exclusive material and interviews as well. So if history is of interest to you, pop along to timeteamdigital.com or search for Time Team Official on YouTube. Now, our second story this week is from Janet, and she's looking back at local people's memories in association with the Queen's Jubilee. And this week she speaks to local councillor Kate Weller from Wyke Regis.
Hello. I'm sure you all know Councillor Kate Weller. But did you know she grew up in Weymouth? And she has many memories of her childhood here. Earlier in the week, she came and talked to me about her days growing up in Weymouth. First thing I asked her was, how long have you been here?
I moved here, or with my family, I moved here in 1950. So we moved here, we lived on the Nose, which old Weymouthians will remember, had married quarters. And we lived in the married quarters there. It's now a car park. But the most wonderful place to live and to grow up as a child. I was there with 2 sisters and a brother. Really, really fantastic. But I went to school at St Augustine School, which in those days was Walpole Street. Now, of course, Park Laundry. But that was an amazing school. Apart from the top class, all the teachers were nuns, living in the convent on Wyke Road. Pretty formidable ladies. Scared me to death. My sisters and I were all brownies and then guides, and our base was the Old Town Hall. So we went to brownies in the Old Town Hall, in the lower part of the Old Town Hall for brownies, and then when we got to 11 we flew up we flew up to the upstairs and became guides. and I was there until I was, I guess, about 16. I didn't continue much longer than that. But I loved brownies and I loved guides, and since I was never happier than getting up to mischief and getting dirty, it was a great opportunity to do that.
Do you think you had more freedom in those days than young people of your adventurous nature would have these days?
I think perhaps it was a little more dangerous, perhaps in some respects. For example, when we first moved to the Nose, the whole of Chapelay was still a bomb site.
Yes.
And we used to play on that bomb site. Now there would be fencing all around it, and you'd have real difficulty getting into there to play. I don't think anybody ever occurred to them that perhaps it wasn't safe for us to play in houses that were falling down. You know.
What about secondary school? Where did you go after St Augustine's?
I went to the grammar school. I passed the 11 plus at St Augustine's, and at that time the lower end of the grammar school was at Connaught House, which was next to the old Holy Trinity School in Connaught Road.
So what did you like to do when you went to school?
Our big social thing when we were younger teens was the Sydney Hall. The Wednesday night jive at the Sydney Hall, and you had to be seen there. You absolutely had to go, and that was always huge fun. And then Saturday mornings, roller skating at the Sydney Hall, and I did that fairly seriously for quite a while. So we'd do exhibitions on an evening for other roller skate enthusiasts. We used to take part in the carnival every year, which was always terrific. We'd follow a lorry skating around the whole route and collecting money. We always did that, and so it was always huge fun. So the Sydney Hall, it seems quite strange for the Sydney Hall not to be there anymore to an extent, because, and I still, even now, whereas people will say, oh, I need to go down to such and such place next to Asda, I will still say, certainly to my husband, well, if you go down behind the Sydney Hall, that's where it is. Whereas people all around us are thinking, the Sydney Hall?
Thank you so much, Kate, for sharing those memories with us. You know, I'm always looking for other people to share their memories. Perhaps you'd like to get in touch. Bye for now.
Thank you very much, Janet, and of course Kate there for sharing some memories. If you want to share your memories with Janet, do drop us a line at news@whitecruises.tv and we'll get that sorted out for you, and it'd be great to hear from you. Now, our next piece this evening, you remember a few weeks ago we mentioned the science fair that Dorset Museum and other organisations in Dorset area were organising, and I know a number of people went up from Wycombe Weymouth, and quite a few people actually spoke to me about it. So I was really pleased that Dorset Museum have put out a short video just to show what happened at the science fair. So our third feature tonight is from Dorset Museum, and it's just a quick summary of the science fair. just a quick catch up on the science fair at Dorset Museum, and I have to say we're absolutely lucky to have such a fantastic museum at Dorchester, and if you haven't paid the new refurbished museum a visit, it's well worth it over the summer months, particularly if you've got visitors to the area coming down. I mean, we're lucky we've got lots of museums with the Keep Military Museum and the D-Day Centre and Weymouth Museum and Portland Museum, but Dorset Museum is something else and well worth a visit. Now we come to that time in the programme where we have the national weather forecast, and we're back to normal this week with Alex Deakin giving us the national forecast from the Met Office.
Hello, welcome to a sunny national weather forecast. A cracking day on Saturday if you like sunny skies. During Saturday evening, temperatures will fall away quite sharply, so bear that in mind. If you're heading out, it will turn pretty fresh as the sun drops in the sky, and we'll keep a fairly brisk breeze going across parts of the south. A bit more in the way of mist and fog likely to form as we head into Sunday morning, and slightly colder start as well, with maybe some more pockets of frost here and there. Sunday's a slightly different day. Certainly across eastern areas, we are going to see more cloud, the possibility of a few showers over East Anglia, maybe even the far southeast. But generally it's still a dry and a fine day. A bit more cloud pushing into the west of Northern Ireland. Still, though, plenty of sunny spells. In the west, certainly Wales, southwest England, the wind's a little lighter on Sunday, but overall it will be a cooler day. Cooler air is moving in, so temperatures, even in the sunshine, not as high, even though we could still get to 15 in Glasgow, maybe 17 across the Highlands. Generally, we're looking at 12, 13, and only single figures across the east, certainly feeling colder with the increased cloud across parts of East Anglia. So just a comparison there with Sunday to Saturday. Saturday, definitely the warmer day of the two. By Sunday, temperatures still above average, but back closer to average, and certainly feeling a lot fresher on those North Sea coasts with just single figures here. But plenty of fine, dry, bright weather to be had through the course of this weekend. For details, make sure you keep across everything through this weekend by following the Met Office on social media.
Thank you very much, Alex, there. And now for the local weather, and I think we've got a good week ahead. Finally, look at that. Look at those sunshines there. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, absolute sunshine. And even Sunday and Monday aren't going to be too bad. Sunny spells. So finally a nice week, and very spring-like, so enjoy the week ahead. Now on to traffic and travel, and I'm afraid the news is not so good, particularly if you're in White Regis, because this week there's work on High Street, there's work on Portland Road, there's work on Fortuneswell at Portland, and there's work on Lanehouse Rocks Road. So if you're travelling from Dorchester, Weymouth, through White Regis to Portland, then whatever time of day you're travelling, you're going to have some delays. Now there is road closures at night on Portland Road with diversions in place for 3 nights, I believe, this week. There is work at the bottom of Lanehouse with traffic lights, and there are work on the Beach Road, and say at Fortuneswell as well. So just be aware your journeys could take some extra time. And also we've still got work on Buxton Road. We've got daytime work on Portland Road as well with Scottish and Southern. Other works are Travel Dorset in Emerson Road, BT Openreach in Chickerell Road and Dover Road, Jurassic Fibre in Newstead Road and Goldcroft Avenue, and Wessex Water in Gloucester Close. On the trains, the picture is not too bad for the week ahead, but there are bus replacement services between Basingstoke, Romsey and Southampton over the weekend. And what we always suggest now with the trains is go to the journeycheck.com website to get the most up-to-date information before you travel. Now moving to the What's On Weymouth Pavilion. 22nd of March, that'll be the day 35th anniversary show. 24th of March, Nish Kumar, Your Power, Your Control. 25th of March, Someone Like You, the Adele Songbook. 26th of March, Rock for Heroes, and 31st of March, Beautiful Noise, celebrating the music of Neil Diamond. Now that's set to be a really good show, and the people that put that show on have been in touch with me, and I may actually go and pay them a visit and speak to them. Sounds a really good show. Advance notice also that Cold Place, one of the world's leading tributes to Coldplay, will be at the Pavilion on the 1st of May. The Knowth Fort have got their science festival this weekend, today and tomorrow. So time to visit that on Sunday if you've only just realised in tonight's news. 9th to the 16th at the Nothe is Easter and lots of events going on there. Dorset Arts Week's May the 21st to 29th, and obviously they're doing stuff for the Platinum Jubilee celebrations on the 2nd to the 5th of June. Of course, if you're planning anything for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee in Weymouth or White Regis or South Dorset, do let us know at news@whiteregis.tv. We'd love to share it with everybody and make sure they are all aware. The last one to tell you about is on this coming Friday, the 25th of March at 7:30 at All Saints Church is a concert by a local group called Sandtimer. Now, the concert is in aid of the Ukraine appeal. It's £5 a ticket, so it's good value for money, and the money is going to the Ukraine appeal. So you can have an evening out, you can come to a nice concert. Do look at them online, search for Sandtimer. Nice, easy listening, nice music. I really enjoyed listening to them, and I shall be hopefully there on Friday. I say all the money goes to support the Ukraine appeal. Now on to our film review this week. It's one that we've covered before, but it's now out on DVD this week, and a new trailer has been issued, and it's from visionary filmmaker Lana Wachowski. It's called The Matrix Resurrections, the long-awaited next chapter in the groundbreaking franchise that redefined a genre. The new film reunites original stars Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss in the iconic roles they made famous, Neo and Trinity. In The Matrix Resurrections return to a world of two realities, one everyday life, the other what lies behind it. To find out if his reality is a physical or mental construct, to truly know himself, Mr. Anderson will have to choose to follow the White Rabbit once more. And if Thomas, or Neo, has learned anything, it's that choice, while an illusion, is still the only way out or into the Matrix. Of course, Neo already knows what he has to do. Well, there we go. That's just a brief synopsis. It's The Matrix Resurrections. It's out on DVD on the 21st of March, so a couple of days' time. And here is a updated trailer.
We can't see it, but we're all trapped inside these strange repeating loops.
Billions of people just living out their lives, oblivious.
But this is the moment for you to show us what is real. I remember this.
So deja vu. And yet it's obviously all wrong. Maybe this isn't the story we think it is.
They taught you good. Made you believe their world was all you deserved. But some part of you knew that was a lie. Some part of you remembered what was real.
It's so easy to forget how much noise the Matrix pumps into your head. Something else makes the same kind of noise. War. What happens to Neo?
Mr.
The most important choice in Neo's life is not his to make.
She believed in me. It's my turn to believe in her.
Part of me feels like I have been waiting my whole life for you.
If you want to see Trinity again, fight for her!
I saw this in a dream. My dream ended here.
there we go. That's the Matrix Resolutions that is out, or the Matrix Resurrections that's out on DVD this week, 21st. If you'd like to own that on home DVD. Now, just before I do the final bits, just to let you know that this week on Friday we return to our gardening programme, and a year gardening with Clive Gray. Clive has released his March episode. So that will be going out at Friday at 7 p.m. and again Sunday at 4 p.m. for you. And it's good that Clive is back after a short break since just before Christmas. So we look forward to seeing what Clive has in store for us this summer. And a year in gardening with Clive Gray, 7 p.m. Friday and 4 p.m. on Sunday. And just to remind you, tomorrow at All Saints Church, there's no 800 service, 8 a.m. and 9:30. The 9:30 will be live streamed. St Edmund's Church at 11 o'clock. And of course, in just a short while now, our Saturday evening quiz goes live at 7:30. The quiz starts, but the stream will be up at 7:15. And just to let you know, in 2 weeks' time, we won't be having a live quiz online, but we will be holding a quiz in the Memorial Hall as a fundraiser. So if you'd like to come along and you want some more information, just email me, news@whitecreages.tv, and we can make sure you get some tickets for that on, I think that's the 2nd of April. I should have written it down before we started, but I believe it's Saturday the 2nd of April. It's a live quiz. Tickets are limited. Last time it was a total sellout very, very early. So do get in touch if you want tickets for that very, very soon. And if not, of course, I'll be back next week. If you've got any stories, events or news, do email it in to news@whitecreages.tv. And I look forward to being back with you 6 p.m. next Saturday. Have a nice week. Enjoy the sunshine for once, and I'll see you next week. Good night.